Hi everyone, my name is Catherine and today we are going to do a short video of chair yoga stretches that you can do anywhere, anytime. This chair yoga sequence is perfect for beginners or anybody who is just looking to get into yoga or back to a yoga practice. This can also be excellent for anyone who works at a desk or sits often throughout the day. So we're going to start in a comfortable seated position. So grounding your sits bones into the chair so you're in the center of the chair, nice and comfortable and grounded, but their feet flat in front of you. You can do this with shoes on or shoes off, whatever you prefer. Keeping the hands on the tops of your legs to begin. We'll just find a seated Tadasana or mountain pose. So maybe rolling your shoulders back and down and away so the shoulders come over your hips, the ears over the shoulders, and the gaze can come straight ahead, or you might even close your eyes or soften your gaze here. So really important to just set the tone for the practice by setting the breath, starting to feel your breath as you inhale and exhale. This is a great time to set an intention, or as we call it in yoga, sankalpa. Maybe just a positive affirmation that you state to yourself now. And then as you're ready, we'll take the hands down by the sides of the chair and sweep your arms up overhead towards the sky. Meeting the hands at the top, we'll exhale to bring the hands down to the heart center. Pressing the hands together, we'll push the hands back up towards the sky, and then exhale, bring the hands back out and down and around. Next, we're going to warm up the neck, so we'll take the right ear down towards the right shoulder. Taking the left hand to the side of the chair or pressing the left hand down and long, so you find this long stretch through the left side of your neck. You might take the right hand on top of your head just as a guide to find a gentle stretch here. The chin may come slightly up or down until you find that point that is just right. Not too far, but just enough of a stretch. Taking a couple mindful breaths here. We'll release the hold of the hand, bring the head back up to neutral, roll the shoulders back down and away, and take the other ear. So taking the opposite ear towards your opposite shoulder, we'll extend the arm long, and then maybe the hand comes on top of the head. The gaze and chin may come slightly up or slightly down. The fingertips might point to the ground, or the hand may push towards the ground. Notice how the change creates a different sensation in the neck and shoulder. And then release the hold of your head, bringing the hands back down to your sides. We'll just circle the shoulders back down and away a couple times, finding this lift through the heart and this nice neutral and straight spine. Now we'll take the right hand down to the side of the chair, or if you have an arm on your chair, you could use that. Taking the left hand out with the palm facing out, we'll reach up and over, being cautious that you don't tip too far over, but getting a nice side body stretch here. Inhale to lift, exhale to reach long with the fingers. Inhale to come back down to center. Taking the opposite hand to the opposite side of the chair, opening the palm out, we'll lift the hand and reach over. Gazing up or down, whichever feels better on the neck. And then coming back down to center. We're going to transition to eagle arms, so stretching the neck and shoulders a little bit more. We'll reach the arms out and long, and then take the right arm under the left. You might cross at the elbows, and this may feel like enough, or you might bind at the wrist and the hands. From here, you might lift the elbows a little bit higher, or bring the chin down a little bit closer towards the chest. Taking a couple breaths here with maybe a slight lift and lower of the elbows as you stretch through the backs of the shoulder blades. And then release the twist. Open the arms up towards the sky again, and then exhale, bring the hands down to the heart. We're going to switch and take the opposite side, reaching the arms out long to the sides. We'll take the opposite arm, so the left arm under the right, maybe crossing just at the elbows or binding at the wrist and the hands, whichever feels the most comfortable without overextending the stretch. We might lift and lower the elbows slightly here, Maybe the chin drops down closer towards the chest, and we'll take 2 more breaths here in eagle arms. Begin to unwind at the top of the bind, reaching the arms out and up, and then sweeping the arms back down to the heart. Maybe roll the shoulders back and forward a couple times. And then we're going to add on a twist here. So taking a twist through the core, we'll inhale to lift the arms again, and then exhale to twist, left arm back, right arm to the opposite knee, finding a lift through the spine as you inhale. Exhale, twist over the left shoulder just a little bit further, twisting through the torso as you inhale to lift and exhale to twist. Taking 1 more full breath here. We'll release, coming back through center, back to neutral. Maybe shake it out a little bit side to side. And then we're going to come to the opposite side, lifting the arms up, twisting through the torso as you twist to the right. The left hand comes to the outside of the right knee. The opposite hand can come down to the side or behind you. As you inhale to lift through the chest, exhale to twist over the right shoulder. Inhale to lift and exhale to twist. Taking 1 more full breath here. And then starting to unwind, coming back to neutral. However the hands come back down, you could take that a couple more rounds if you choose, once or twice, whatever feels good. We're going to take a couple rounds of cat-cow. So bringing your hands to the tops of your legs, we're going to inhale to lift the chin, pull the shoulders back, creating this slight back bend. The gaze can come up, the heart reaches forward, and then we exhale, curling the spine, gazing down towards the belly. Inhale to lift, and exhale to round the spine, really feeling the entire spine round from the base of the spine up to the cervical spine to your neck as you gaze down with your chin. Taking 1 more round as you inhale to lift, pulling the shoulder blades back, creating a slight back bend here, and then exhale to round. Okay, coming down to our calves and legs, we're going to extend the right heel out. Holding on to the sides of the chair, we'll begin to fold slightly forward. As you press the heel forward in front, you may start to feel this stretch through the back of the calf or the hamstring. So allowing yourself to keep the sits bones grounded, keep planted on the chair so you're not lifting off of the chair, but just folding slightly forward until you feel the right amount of a stretch here in the right leg. Inhale and exhale to maybe lower the torso a little bit closer towards the legs. And then inhale to lift, bringing the right leg back in, maybe shaking out the hips or the torso a bit. We'll come to the left leg extended with as much of a bend in the leg as you feel comfortable. We don't want to hyperextend the knee, so depending on where you are in your flexibility today, the leg may be more bent or more straight. With the leg extended, we'll inhale to lift through the spine and then exhale to fold forward, keeping the seat grounded. 2 more breaths on this leg. With each exhale, you may start to fold just a little bit further towards the leg. Lifting back up, coming back with the foot, back to a neutral seat. We're going to take the right leg now to cross the foot over the top of the left leg. So finding this cross above the knee, figure 4 or a seated pigeon pose here. Your hand can rest by the ankle and one right above the knee maybe, and you might just guide this hip slightly open. So slightly opening the right hip into a rotation. If there's any sensitivity in the knee, you might flex the toes back more towards the knee. Taking a breath to settle in here. And then maybe folding slightly forward again, creating a bit more sensation, a bit of a deeper stretch through that whole right side, through the right hip, glute, really supporting our low back here. We'll inhale to lift again, pausing at the top, and then lowering the right leg down. We'll extend the left leg long and then cross the left leg over the top of the right knee. The toes might flex back. You can support the leg with one hand here, and then gently opening up through the left hip here. You may start to notice some differences between the left and the right side of the body. One maybe feels a little bit easier than the other. Just honoring that and being with exactly where you are today. For a little bit of a deeper stretch on the left side, you may start to fold, being cautious not to lift from the hips or lift the seat out of the chair as you fold forward. The hands could come down or stay resting on the legs. One more full breath here. And then we'll lift again, pausing here at the top, lowering the left leg down. We'll just take one more stretch as we reach the arms out to the side, interlacing the fingers at the top, pressing the heels of the hands up towards the sky, finding this big lift here. We'll exhale to lower the hands to the front. Notice as you come down nice and slow exactly which areas feel the best, where you feel like you need the stretch the most. And then notice the difference if you press from the heels of your hands and stretch out that way, keeping the spine lifted and tall, keeping the head lifted, not arching through the back, but really isolating this stretch to the arms. We'll flip the palms to face inward towards you now, and then exhale to slowly lower the arms back down to the sides. And as you bring your hands down to the sides, we'll take just a moment here with the legs resting in front of you, the hands resting on the legs. Finding our breath again, maybe taking one hand to the heart, one hand to the abdomen. Feeling the breath rise and flow here as you send lots of gratitude and love to your entire body. Taking a big inhale and a big exhale to sigh the breath out. We finish our practice together today with love and gratitude. Have a wonderful day.